What's going on, guys? It's Greg and welcome back to another shoulder pad try-on video. If you haven't kept along, there's new shoulder pad specs, and every single one of you need to have a new pair of shoulder pads for January of 22 that meets the new specs. So this video is brought to you by Lacrosse Unlimited. We're going to try on 3 different shoulder pads that they offer on their site, let you guys know how they fit and what they feel like. So we've got the STX Shadow, the True Zero Light, and the Warrior Evo, 3 more options that you guys have requested in the comments of the last video to try on. If you have questions about this stuff, feel free to leave in the comments. It's a little confusing. We'd be happy to help you out. So, all right, the first one we have up is the STX Shadow. So you'll see compared to the ones we did before, which were mainly liners, these are more full coverage. I'm pretty sure these are Lacrosse Unlimited exclusive. See the Unlimited right there. So this is more full coverage, but they are a little customizable. So as you get older or bigger, you can remove at least these arm caps. So they Velcro on, you can take those off and you'd just be left with this additional shoulder padding up on the top. Nice flexible back zones, some good coverage on the back, adjustable Velcro straps, adjustable on these shoulder straps for tightness. What I really like is this clamp down Velcro method they got going on here. So then the strap has Velcro on both sides, you put it in there and you clamp it down. And so that means that the Velcro is not going to stick to anything, and it's going to stay in there much nicer. So that's a nice little feature. And then again with the chest protection, additional padding there. So let's toss these bad boys on. All right, I got it. Here we go. Get that one locked in. All right, so overall, for the amount of coverage these provide, these are really comfortable because these have stretch zones on the shoulders. It moves really well. The chest is a little thicker, but the way that these wrap around your torso makes it really comfortable, and I love that double lock-in. So if you're looking for something more protective, if you're a younger player or maybe an attackman that just gets beat up a lot, remember, you can take these off, but it's going to leave that extra shoulder protection. These might be a really good option, and they're actually pretty comfortable, despite how I thought they'd be less comfortable, judging by how big they are. All right, now we're going to talk about the Warrior Evo. These were highly requested because I think a lot of people in the last video said these were some of the most comfortable. So for the chest padding, you've got this really thick triangular pad and then a couple layers of foam in there to make sure it meets the specs. Just like the last one, this one has the caps that go in your arms that can be removed. They just Velcro right off, and also the additional little shoulder protection. Nice back with lots of flex zones, and then it's got Velcro on both sides, the front and the back, so you can make it tighter, and then another little flex zone. So that's kind of nice. And I think that the only thing I would note on this is the front. These Velcro straps where they attach, this is a pretty small piece of Velcro, and it's kind of dinky, especially relative to like the size of the spot that you put it in. So I do think the STX with the double lockdown is a much nicer system. So let's hop into these, see how they feel. I think the chest on this is going to be pretty comfortable, just judging by how nice and flat it lays. Get my arms in these. That was easier to put on for sure. And I do think, so they're definitely a little bulky, especially up high. There's a lot of material up here, but this is pretty comfortable. It doesn't wrap around quite as nicely. I really like the way the STX one wrapped around, but the arm is really comfortable, the shoulders are really comfortable. Overall, these are a little stiffer, but still pretty nice. And finally, the True Zero Light. Judging by the name, I would hope these are pretty light and comfortable. They do seem pretty light, and I think as far as the chest goes, it's one of the slimmer ones, and they just have it on the outside, which I've found to be more comfortable. And so they've got this big, thick plate of really hard foam, and then 2 layers of padded fabric. On the shoulders, this is more like a liner, so you just get this strip, no extra levels of protection, and nothing for your arm. They also have the buckles here for adjustment in the back, and then a nice big Velcro that connects here at the side. I do think one thing that I'm noticing immediately is that this part where it Velcros is static, right? This is all one piece. It doesn't have, I really like the STX, said that a bunch of times, because it has a stretch zone there that lets it stretch around. This is kind of stuck there. So let's toss these on. This is more like the type of shoulder pad that I would wear with the liner as opposed to the full coverage. And yeah, these are really comfortable just compared to the other ones, and even the other liners. Since this sits on the outside, it sits nice and flush to your chest. I have good shoulder mobility because it is just the liner just at the top. Good adjustability, nice and tight. I think out of this bunch, this is probably my favorite. All right, so that's 3 more shoulder pads for you guys to check out. I know it's a lot of information, so feel free to leave questions in the comments if you have them. Check out the link in the description. You can go shop all 3 of these as well as a couple others at lacrosseunlimited.com. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, and have a great day.